Hey guys, welcome to NASA Connect, the show that connects you to the world of math, science, technology, and NASA. He's Van Hughes.
And she's Jennifer Pulley. We're your hosts, along with Norbert. He's going to help us take you through another awesome episode of NASA Connect.
Right, every time Norbert appears, have your cue cards and your brain ready to look for answers to the questions he gives you. And teachers, when Norbert appears with a remote, that's your cue to pause the video and think about the problems he gives you. Got it?
Oh yeah, I got it.
Today we're in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. This is where the Wright brothers took the very first controlled powered flight in 1903. And guess what?
What?
They used mathematics, like ratios.
What is a ratio?
Good question. A ratio is a pair of numbers that is used to make comparisons, and ratios are everywhere. Get this, before the Wright brothers flew planes, they were experts in one of the most revolutionary means of travel since the wheel, the bicycle.
So, in memory of the Wright brothers' pre-flight days, let's use this bike as an example of a ratio.
Good idea, Van. Let's say we want to compare the number of revolutions, or complete circles, that one tire makes to the distance that the bike travels. Pretend this wheel measures 76 centimeters, or 30 inches. By measuring the distance that the wheel rolled after one revolution, you can set up a ratio. One revolution to 239 centimeters.
Right. When you find ratios, you're also using proportions. A proportion is a number sentence or equation that states that two ratios are equal. How could you use ratios and proportions to determine how far your bike would travel if the wheel made 5 revolutions?
Simple. Set up a proportion like this. One revolution to 239 centimeters equals 5 revolutions to x, which is the unknown distance. Now, by cross-multiplying, we can see that the wheel would roll 1,195 centimeters in 5 revolutions. Notice that the fraction ratios are equivalent. Hey, here's another problem for you to try. If your bike wheel makes 1 revolution and travels 239 centimeters, how many revolutions would your wheel make if you traveled 2,352.3 inches? Be sure to watch your units.
So now that you have a better understanding of ratios and proportions, let's get back to the Wright brothers.
How did mathematics and ratios help the Wright brothers test and design their glider?
Before Flyer 1, the Wright brothers worked on bicycles. As young men, Orville and Wilbur started a bicycle manufacturing and repair company in their hometown of Dayton, Ohio. The Wright brothers used the money they made to finance their interest in aviation. In the winter of 1901, Orville and Wilbur Wright used their knowledge of math to build a wind tunnel in order to study how to control an aircraft. It was then that they realized the importance of ratios.
Right. The Wright brothers used something called the aspect ratio. That is the ratio of the wing's length to the wing's width. By increasing the length of the wing and at the same time decreasing the width of the wing, the Wright brothers cut the drag they experienced in their wind tunnel by half. Immediately, they began designing a better working glider.
In 1903, after adding a rudder, an engine, and a propeller to their aircraft, the Wright brothers achieved the first self-propelled flight of an airplane and began the era of powered flight.